Welcome and sit back and let this story guide you into peaceful dreams. Nymphe and Star, a tale of surprises. This story is about the unexpected and heartwarming friendship between a girl named Nymphea and a deer named Star in an enchanted forest. In a realm where dreams frolic among the meadows and whispered through the trees, there lived a girl named Nymphea. Her name, inspired by the beautiful water lilies that floated on the village pond, was well suited to her gentle and serene nature. Nymphea lived in a quaint, vine-clad cottage at the edge of the enchanted forest, a place filled with wonders and hidden secrets. On one such certain evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Nymphea gathered her woven basket and set off into the forest. She adored this time of day when the forest came alive with the soft rustling of leaves, the chirping of crickets, and the occasional hoot of an owl. As she ventured deeper into the woods, Nymphea stumbled upon a clearing bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. In the center stood a magnificent deer, its fur shimmering as though dusted with stars. Entranced by its beauty, Nymphea approached quietly, her heart swelling with a sense of wonder. The deer turned its gentle eyes towards her, and she felt an inexplicable connection as if they had known each other for a lifetime. She decided to name the deer Star. Star seemed to sense Nymphea's good intentions and took a tentative step forward. From that moment on, a unique bond blossomed between the girl and the deer. Every evening, Nymphea would find Star in the same clearing, and they would spend hours together, sharing the quiet magic of the twilight. One crisp autumn evening, as the forest was painted in shades of amber and crimson, Nymphea prepared a special surprise for Star. She had spent the morning gathering the finest assortment of berries, nuts, and crisp leaves to create a sumptuous feast. With great care, she arranged everything in the clearing and waited eagerly for Star's arrival. As the first stars began to twinkle in the sky, Star emerged from the forest, more radiant than ever. The sight of the delightful spread brought a sparkle to the deer's eyes, and it pranced round Nymphea in joyous appreciation. They shared the feast in comfortable silence, the air filled with a sense of belonging and affection. The surprise feast became a tradition, each season bringing new delights and deeper connection. Nymphea and Star's bond grew stronger with each shared meal, each tranquil evening spent under the starlit sky. They discovered that life's greatest surprises often come from the simplest, most heartfelt gestures. As the years went by, their story became a cherished legend in the village, inspiring others to find joy in the unexpected and to cherish the bonds they formed with the world around them. Nymphea and Star's tale was a reminder that even in a world filled with surprises, the most wonderful ones come from love and friendship. Now, another story to carry further. Warmth, a tale of Azalea and Ahelia. This story is about Azalea meeting Ahelia, a harmonious being who teaches her the true meaning of warmth and kindness. In a village cocooned between verdant hills and sapphire skies lived a girl named Azalea. Her name was a tribute to the delicate flowers blooming round the village, brightening even the darkest corners with their warmth and color. But Azalea herself was like the flower, smiling through the toughest seasons and bringing joy to all those around her. Azalea's days were filled with chores and adventures. Her mornings began at dawn as she helped her grandmother, Camellia, in the garden. Together, they would walk under the rose bushes, prune the fig trees, and talk in whispers under the morning sun. Her grandmother often told her stories of the harmonious beings, mystical creatures that embodied the spirit of nature. One evening, as twilight painted the sky with hues of lavender and gold, Azalea wandered to the edge of the forest. She He had heard tales of an eternal spring hidden deep within, a place where a harmonious being named Achilea resided. Achilea was said to embody warmth itself, spreading comfort and light wherever he went. Curiosity and a sense of adventure led Azalea deeper into the forest than she had ever gone before. The air was cool, and the forest whispered ancient secrets. Soon, darkness began to fall, and shadows danced amongst the trees. Just as she thought of turning back, a soft, radiant glow emerged from between the trees, guiding her steps. There, in a clearing bathed in gentle light, stood Achilea. His presence was as comforting as a cozy hearth on a cold winter's night. His hair shimmered like goldenrod in the sunlight, and his eyes were twin pools of warmth and kindness. "Welcome, Azalea." Aphelia's voice was a melody that filled her with an unexpected sense of peace. "How do you know my name?" Azalea asked, her curiosity piqued. "The forest speaks of all who tread its paths," Achilea replied with a smile. "It spoke of you. For hours they talked." Ophelia shared stories of the ancient world, of the tree spirits and river nymphs, of the moon's dance with the stump. Azalea, in turn, told him about her village, her grandmother Camellia, and the warm bond they share. As they spoke, Azalea realized that she never felt cold in Aphelia's presence. The warmth he emitted wasn't just physical, it seeped into her very soul, filling her with joy and comfort. "The true warmth," Achilea explained, "is not just the heat we feel on our skin, but the love and kindness we share with others. Just as you brighten your grandmother's days, so do you bring warmth to everyone you meet." When it was time for Azalea to return home, Achilea offered her a single flower from his crown, and Achilea bloomed. "Keep this with you," he said, "and remember that no matter where you go, you carry warmth and light within you." With the flower held close, Azalea made her way back to her village, the forest now a friendly labyrinth. The days that followed were filled with an even greater sense of purpose and joy. We continued to help her grandmother, told stories to children and elderly alike, and even on the coldest days, she felt the eternal warmth of Achilea within her heart. Years passed, and Azalea grew into a wise woman loved by all. The warmth she carried became legendary, and every child knew her tale of meeting the harmonious being in the heart of the forest. In the end, Azalea realized that she didn't start to just meet Achilea. She became a part of the living warmth that he embodied. Our life was a testament to the everlasting warmth that every kind heart can bring into the world. Let's continue with another peaceful journey. The honest bond of William and Star. This story is about a boy named William and a deer named Star, who forged a deep bond of honesty and trust, ultimately protecting their forest home from hunters. In the heart of the rosewood forest, a serene place where whispers of ancient trees dance, with the gentle breeze lived a young boy named William. His auburn hair glistened like copper under the sun's tender touch, and his emerald eyes mirrored the lushness of the surroundings. William was not just any boy. He had a special gift, but to mark the ability to understand and communicate with the forest animals. One afternoon, as the golden light of the setting sun streamed through the canopy, William ventured deeper into the forest than ever before. But suddenly, he stumbled upon a beautiful deer trapped in a hunter's snare, her eyes wide with fear and pain. Met his then an unspoken understanding passed between them. He decided to name her Star, for her fur glowed softly, reminiscent of the night sky's twinkling stars. Without hesitation, William carefully approached the snare. "I'll help you, don't be afraid," he whispered softly. Star remained still, her chest heaving with each anxious breath, as William's nimble fingers worked to free her. Hours seemed to pass, but finally the snare relented. Starstress stood up shakily, bowing her head in gratitude before darting back into the forest. The next day, as William returned to the spa, Star appeared again. This time, she was accompanied by other animals, big squirrels, rabbits and birds full approval, watching him with curious eyes. Star stepped forward, nudging a small patch towards William with her nose. Inside were glistening dew droplets and rare forest herbs, a token of gratitude and friendship. William smiled, accepting the gift, with a humble heart. As days turned into weeks, William and Star formed a deep bond. They explored hidden groves and secret clearings, communicating in a language beyond words. William often shared stories of ancient legends and dreams under the silver moon, while Star taught him the wisdom of the forest, revealing secrets only known to its oldest inhabitants. However, as summer gave way to autumn, William noticed something troubling. Tracks of hunters grew more frequent and closer to the Huff Rosewood. Worry not, at his heart. "The Star, we must be honest with each other," he said one evening, his voice trembling with concern. "Hunters are coming closer, and it's not safe here anymore." Star gazed into his eyes, her trust unwavering. Without a word, she understood the gravity of his words. If they needed a plan, with the help of their forest friends, they created false trails and misleading signs, guiding the hunters away from the heart of the forest. Every decision made with honesty, every move protected with trust. One fateful day, the hunters found themselves led into a dense thicket, far from the serene core of Rosewood. Confused and frustrated, they decided to abandon their chase. The forest sighed in relief, its tranquil harmony restored. That evening, under the soft glow of the stars, William and Star stood side by side, their bond stronger than ever. "Thank you, Star," William said, his voice filled with emotion. "You've taught me that honesty and trust can protect even the most vulnerable hearts." Star nuzzled his hand, a silent promise of their lasting friendship. And with that, the forest whispered a lullaby, serenading its protectors to sleep under the watchful eyes of the stars. Now, let's journey on with another gentle tale. Snowdrop and Bluebell's Discovery. This story is about a curious girl named Snowdrop and her raccoon friend, Bluebell, who discover a hidden treasure in their beloved meadow, deepening their bond and sense of wonder for the world around them. In a small village, nestled between two rolling hills, lay a wondrous meadow. Each spring, this meadow would burst into a symphony of colors, with wildflowers swaying gently under the warm sunlight. The villagers cherished this haven, but none more than a young girl named Snowdrop, and her loyal raccoon friend, Bluebell. Snowdrop was a curious soul, with an endless capacity for wonder. Every morning, she would rush out of her cottage, her golden hair bouncing in the wind, and Bluebell would scamper by her side, his tiny paws crinkling the fresh dew on the grass. Bluebell was not just any raccoon. He was Snowdrop's inseparable companion, and together they ventured into the meadow seeking adventure. One bright morning, something unusual caught Snowdrop's eye. Amidst the familiar sea of daisies and violets was a strange glimmer, sparkling mysteriously under a cluster of bluebells. The gleam intrigued her, and she beckoned Bluebell to join her in exploration. "Do you see that, Bluebell?" Snowdrop whispered. Her voice was filled with equal parts excitement and caution. Bluebell, ever so perceptive, twitched his whiskers and nodded, his eyes narrowing with curiosity. They tread carefully, the wildflowers parting like velvet curtains under their steps until they reached the source of the shimmer. Nestled snugly within the blossoms was a small, ornate box adorned with intricate carvings. Snowdrop's fingers traced the patterns lightly, and she gasped. It was like nothing she had ever seen before. "It's beautiful," she breathed. The box was sealed, but its air of mystery beckoned to them both. "What do you think is inside, Bluebell?" she asked. Bluebell tilted his head thoughtfully before nudging the box with his nose. However, they managed to open it slowly, revealing its contents: a delicate necklace with a pendant shaped like a star. It twinkled softly, catching the sunlight in a dance of tiny rainbows. "A treasure," Snowdrop exclaimed, her eyes wide. She lifted it carefully, wondering who it had belonged to and how it ended up hidden in their beloved meadow. As she pondered, a soft breeze picked up, rustling the leaves and the flowers around them, carrying whispers from a time long past. In that moment of discovery, Snowdrop felt a deep connection to the meadow and its secrets. She knew this place held countless stories, just waiting to be uncovered. With Bluebell by her side, she felt that they could unlock them all. Placing the necklace back in its box, Snowdrop and Bluebell decided to keep their find a secret, at least for now. It was their special treasure, a reminder of the wonders that awaited those with an open heart and a willingness to explore. As the sun dipped below the hills, casting a golden glow over the meadow, Snowdrop and Bluebell made their way back to the village, hand in paw, filled with a sense of wonder and the promise of many more adventures to come. Good night, and may your heart feel light and calm.